Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot on a glorious Friday afternoon. And I have the Curious Creatures Tarot on the tarot table today because I'm going to be looking at a rather curious little tale that popped up first in Bella, that bastion of award-winning journalism, and it's been picked up by things like The Independent, various other sources, and it tells us that Princess Kate, and we know who uses that term, Princess Kate called Harry on his birthday after spotting worrying signs. So we're going to look at this. Did she really reach out and phone him? This little puff piece goes on to tell us that Catherine, I will give her proper name, Catherine was the driving force behind the messages, the birthday messages on social media, and she made a point to call Harry on his birthday and send a thoughtful gift his way too. I know who I think wrote that piece, but we're going to ask the cards about this. It goes on to tell us that Catherine told William in no uncertain terms that this is not the time for resentment. They need to show the world that love and family are front and center of their values. They're definitely not front and center of the Parkour values, I might add. That wasn't in the Bella puff piece, but it's rather ironic, is it not, that William and Catherine have to be full of love and forgiveness, but others can accuse them of all kinds of terrible things on every form of media, mass circulating media, and get away with it and never apologize. But Catherine doesn't believe it's right to give up on Harry. She's worried for him. She can see how homesick and vulnerable he is. So we're going to have a little look at this, and we're going to ask what Catherine really thinks of Harry. Did she really bother to pick up the phone on his 40th birthday and send him a thoughtful gift as well? And who might be behind this little puff piece in Bella? We wonder. We were curious. We would love to know, which is why we have the Tarot of Curious Creatures on the tarot table today. And I'm going to ask finally, is the relationship between Harry and the Princess of Wales salvageable? She has been out and about again. She's been to the ballet, which is wonderful, and planning the Christmas carol service as well, as am I in my own humble way, which is why I am occasionally missing from the tarot table at the moment. But mine is not going to be broadcast on ITV or wherever hers is broadcast. That's for sure. But anyway, so let's see what the tarot has to tell us, and let's remember that this is just tarot for fun and entertainment, and it is all speculation and all my opinion. And I just read energy here. I need to shuffle one more time. Sorry about this. And there is, of course, a disclaimer in the box below. And please read it, do your own research, and decide for yourself who wrote this puff piece and whether there was really a phone call and a thoughtful gift. And let's see whether she's in the mood for forgiveness. I'm sure she's doing that kind of internal work, energy work, getting rid of resentments and stuff like that. But whether she's ever going to pick up the phone and reform that connection. Knight of Cups, okay. That's messaging, and that's wooing and sending love and acting from a place of love. It could be Prince William energy, but that's just like a 2% energy in this reading. So I'm just getting that out the way because Knight of Cups, yeah, technically could be Prince William. But this is messaging, this is being acted on, this kind of wooing vibe. See, poor Harry, he's homesick and vulnerable, and you need to forgive him. Because that's your job in life. Your job is to forgive. That's what you always do. And persuade Prince William, and that's why he's shown up. You need to persuade Prince William that he needs to forgive the has-been and welcome the has-been back. So it's interesting energy that's coming through for me as an energy reader. We do know, of course, that the royals acknowledge those big birthdays, so there was nothing mysterious about the fact that there was that very curt announcement on social media, and I have looked at it and I didn't find that there was anything too gushing or too encouraging for the has-been in any of that as far as I can recall. But we're being persuaded, arm twisting going on, arm twisting to the Princess of Wales so that she can go and arm twist a bit with Prince William and say, see, you've got it, he's vulnerable and he's homesick and you must forgive him because you've always forgiven him in the past. Okay, I could write chapters on that card, chapters and chapters and chapters of the manipulation that's going on in there through third parties and fourth and fifth parties as well. Situation we're dealing with today, the Strength card. And for once, I don't get that is Meghan. Again, she's a 2% energy, and that's the Leo card. It's very often a Harry and Meghan card. Their brand, them together, the codependent couple. In my opinion, that Strength card has become the opposite when I read on Harry and Meghan in particular. But it's also somebody who's healing, who's recovering from illness, who is in a position of great strength in the royal family, because she is now the one that everyone views as almost untouchable, but in the sense of just being so elevated and so powerful, and whose reputation is now unimpeachable. That's a position that she has ascended to through her illness and through her recovery and through her courage and her healing. It's also, the Strength card is the heart chakra. That is what Leo represents in love. That warm, abiding love that everyone can bask in its true sense of Leo energy. So she's been called on because she's viewed as the most powerful energy in the royal family now, that Strength card, and because her heart is perceived to be a heart that is open and that will radiate love onto this homesick and vulnerable wretch. He's not in Montecito, he's in New York having a fine old time on the Jimmy Fallon show, doing things that you never thought you'd see a royal doing. But anyway, so that's what's going on, that's our situation. What does Catherine herself actually think right now about Harry? Ace of Wands, that's a hell no energy right there. Aces in reverse are no and blocking and negative. No energy. Ace of Wands upright would be a fresh start. Let's reignite our relationship and take it forward in a new and invigorated way. It's bringing life back to something that's dormant. The Ace of Wands is in reverse. She's not interested. So for all this persuasive energy that's on this tarot table and was in Bella magazine as well, I don't see it. But let's see, did she phone? There were little messages on social media from the royals, from the king and from Prince William and Princess of Wales, but did she really go that extra mile and persuade everybody that they need to forgive and forget and phone and send gifts and all of that? I get the Four of Wands. No. That has been. It's very much, it's just his body shape somehow, isn't it? Four of Wands is celebration, so that's birthday. 40th birthday, it's a 4. It's in reverse. She did not send him a gift, a thoughtful gift. Don't forget, it was a thoughtful gift. And we know people who love to do thoughtful gifts leave dog leads on doorsteps and send their staff away with armfuls of flowers and eggs and fresh vegetables and cook amazing lunches, but don't actually do any work. We know that from their own mouths. Four of Wands in reverse and Ace of Wands in reverse. No and no. So where is this story coming from, and why are we being told that we must believe this? We must believe it. What is going on? Sun on the table. Sorry about that. Ooh, the Lovers, and the Lovers are in reverse. The Lovers are in trouble. They're showing up a lot at the moment. It's Harry and Meghan, and they are in trouble. I'm sure that their marriage is in terrible trouble. That's my personal feeling, but I don't think that they are ready to let go of each other and admit that they're in terrible trouble. Something might shift that suddenly. There are all kinds of things going on behind the scenes in America at the moment, and possibly also in the UK. So it could be that a sudden announcement bursts upon us that there has been a split. The brand has certainly split. We've been told that publicly, that they're separating their brands and going their own ways, their separate ways, as far as their business deals are concerned. Harry has all the good stuff, ha ha. Meghan has no stuff at all. But it's because they're in trouble. I get from this Lovers card that they're in this together, that they're feeling that they need to try and reel the royals back in. We're hearing ludicrous stories about how Meghan will only go back with the children to the UK. She can live at Windsor Castle with them in the throne room. I don't even know where the throne room is. It is at Buckingham Palace or Windsor Castle. I have no idea. Sorry about that. But they're in trouble. The brand's in trouble. It's sitting under that strength card. All the strength, all the power, all the prestige, all the influence now lies with the Princess of Wales. How ironic. And those lovers in reverse are desperate to crawl their way back into whatever a little crawl space they can crawl into in the safety and security of the British royal family. So it's coming from them together. I think that this messaging, if it's come from a certain Hotmail account, I don't think Harry would be upset about it. Put it that way. I think this is my personal opinion, I think he's quite okay with this kind of media manipulation, this kind of messaging. But it's because they are in such terrible trouble, both on the marriage front. It's bizarre energy to say that their marriage is in such a disastrous state, but yet they can be messaging together like this. And it shows you what kind of a marriage they embarked on all those years ago and what keeps them together, in my opinion. So how is this going to go forward for Harry? Is he ever going to be able to reconcile with Catherine, or is she just road closed, not interested? Those two cards are very emphatic energies of don't want to talk to you, not interested. How's it going to go in future? I've got the Hanged Man. Now, it doesn't look like the same thing. There he is again. He's showing up a lot, isn't he? That's him in his Jimmy Fallon thing in the Nightmare House, which we've all just had to suffer. There he is with herself. She's wearing the Smeg dress there, which we saw her at that Vaccine Equity concert all those years ago, that Smeg outfit. Hanged Man. Hanged Man is somebody who's in limbo, somebody who is... There's lots going on in that card. Let's just let me backtrack a little bit. My next reading today is the worrying signs, the vulnerable and homesick, but not really the vulnerable and homesick so much as what Neptune, the Hanged Man, represents. Depression and also substances, drugs. And whether he will ever get on top of that and whether that will be his way back into the royal family because of the concerning signs, the worrying signs that we have seen in New York the past week or so, in various people's opinions, including mine. So that's taking me to my next reading. It's linking me into that energy. It's telling me that while he has these unresolved issues, these Neptunian issues, in my opinion, he is persona non grata in Catherine's life. She doesn't need the drama. She doesn't need to be dealing with somebody who might have mental health problems that he's not dealing with successfully, or that he's medicating in ways that she would not agree with. He might not be seeing things correctly, and she's not going to have anything to do with him while his vision is clouded, while he's not seeing the reality of his situation. It's all very Neptunian. Neptune is on the cusp of going into Aries, and things might change. I'm just saying something might happen. I'm getting a little nudge about that. When Neptune goes into Aries, we might get out of this rather messy energy of Neptune and Pisces, and things might become clearer, and people might be able to start tackling issues that they were unable to tackle while Neptune was wandering, drifting through Pisces. That's a little bit of a side track for me, but Hanged Man in limbo, still not welcome back into the social circle, still viewed with suspicion, still viewed as unsafe, still viewed as, I would even say, quite dangerous, because he is not necessarily in a very clear mental state, doesn't see what he has done. It's the card of new perspectives. There's a lot of hanging up and upside down. You could even say drawing out, that has to happen before he will be welcomed back into her world. And it's so interesting to me, the sunlight shining on that Strength card as I'm pointing at it. That is now Catherine's energy. It is not Meghan Markle's energy or Harry and Meghan's energy anymore. They are now lovers in reverse. Interesting cards in this reading. Hope you agree. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.